This knot that we're going to tie is going to be the knot you use for herring leaders, and there's a couple different ways you can do it. This is just how I tie it, so it's basically just an egg loop knot tied twice. So you are going to take your hook and thread the line through the eye of the hook and wrap a few times down the hook shank, and again, careful not to overlap your wraps, but do them closely together. And just in case anyone's wondering, I never ever will use an orange leader, nor will I tie 12-pound line to a 3 or 4/0 hook, but for the purpose of visibility, I'm using big hooks and bright line. So once you get your wraps down the shank, you are going to take the other end and put it back through the eye the other direction, pull it through, and you want to hold where the two meet, and you have again your horizontal line and your vertical line. You're just going to continue to wrap your vertical line around while keeping your horizontal line in place, and you do it about 4 or 5 times, and that's where you would wet it right here and pull tight. You can trim your tag, and then to tie the second hook on here, you are just going to follow the same exact steps. But you do it just down a little farther. So, oh, I put that the wrong way. So you're going to thread the line backwards through the eye of the hook, the opposite way you normally would. And you want your hooks to be about 2 inches apart, and you want them to be facing opposite directions. So you want one to go up, one to go down. And you can just begin your wraps again, just like a normal bait loop knot. And the number of wraps isn't as important on a herring leader as it is when you're using actual bait, because you're not going to be wrapping anything through the bait loop. You still want to make sure that it's very secure. So, just like you would continue to tie an egg loop knot, this is where you want to leave it a little bit longer, this loop here, because we are going to be going through everything. So keeping everything vertical, that's vertical, and all your horizontal lines horizontal. You are still wrapping the same, you just want to include your trailing hook inside the loop. You do that a few times, and then you would wet it and pull tight. So again, you want to make sure that nothing is overlapping each other and everything's in line on both hooks. And obviously you don't trim this tag. I am not the best at keeping my hooks one going one direction, one going another, so they're kind of not exactly offsetting each other. But they're close, and that's fine. So this is going to be your trailing hook that's just going to hang alongside the body of the herring, and this is what's going to hold the top of the herring in place. And usually you would run about a 6-foot leader. I used a 3-foot just for demonstration, but that is your herring leader.